double smash burger at Jack in the Box. Double smash burger. Should I add churros? Maybe a cheesecake. I had cheesecake that I didn't publicize yesterday from Popeyes. Chocolate overload cake. Yeah, I'm not into that. But anyway, we're just about to order up a double smash burger at Jack in the Box late night. Let's see what it ends up being like. Got to the point where I just had to order, and guilty spraying the Dark Temptation axe and just feeling like, man, I gotta hit my diamond bonus tomorrow, and I'm exhausted. Just saw a movie. It was called The Bike Riders. It was amazing. Only stayed through about 3/4 of that movie. Left my son having to come out to the parking lot because I was having such a good time. Isn't that strange? I was having such a good time watching that movie, The Bike Rider, or The Bike Riders, which is about motorcycle. It really is a break off from the Hells Angels, right? They even named Sonny in there, and it's a pretty cool sort of Gonzo-esque journalism type of a cinematic depiction that really culminates Easy Rider and some other movies in there. I can't recall them right this second, but I do have experience with them, just not accessing the information in my head right now. But Easy Rider was definitely one of them. Make sure I'm not passing the wrong window. Cruising on the Tesla and eating late night fast food at Jack in the Box. How much more mundane and banal can you get? We ordered a double smash burger combo, medium size with a Coke. I'm tempted to add on some churros, but I think I'm going to skip out on that.
Toast 1564.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any sauce?
Maybe a little bit of one ketchup, one hot sauce. Yeah, we like a little of both. Remember this guy? He's been here years. Thank you, sir. Awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you. We got people who are working very hard, year after year, night after night. And respect goes out to people who are doing the full-time grind. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your service. It's nothing. There's nothing forensic about it, but he always delivers, man. He always delivers. So we're going to go over here and we're going to devour it. And it's the same as 3 years ago when I did the same exact thing. But I think we're going to go further down. We're going to go, I don't know. I think I'm going to go back to Walmart. I don't know. We haven't done this for a while, the late night, like, gorge. It gets to the point where it's like, okay, is this even, like, safe for me? Like, people, you hear their engines running, but it's the same thing. Same thing. It was 3 years ago. Same damn engines, same people, same guys that'll show up for 5 to 10 years and fucking work at that time. But I'm about to gorge on the, this is how you get your energy up, man. Tomorrow I'll be doing all the Nutra, what is it? NutraCost? I might have the name wrong, but Nutra. I think it's NutraCost. Great supplements. I mean, I didn't plan it out, but I have creatine, I have the multivitamin, and then I have I think the vitamin C right here somewhere. C complex, and I think I have some other NutraCost, yeah, NutraCost, and I just had to go get. About to hit another bonus tomorrow. Feeling good about that. About to hit diamond status, and I just feel tired and ready to sleep. Hung out with my son for a while. Had a good time. Rested for a couple hours. Um, and might I say, driving legal? I should be. Yeah. I slept a couple hours. I think I'm just out of it. Um, Driving well within the lines. Just a little blurry and slurry from feeling tired. And I don't know. Elk Grove, Elk Grove Boulevard, feeling homey to me all of a sudden. I didn't really surmise that or kind of put that together, but it's definitely feeling good. Definitely feeling good. Yeah. Anyways, I would love to be able to talk about some phenomenology at this time. I'm gonna just cruise over here and park in the Walmart parking lot, and yeah, had a really good time earlier. Rested a couple hours. Legal, but kind of sloshy. Like I definitely test as sober right now, but it's like one of those things where you slept and you need to get some carbs in. Damn, that dude. Let's show you the late night random. I'm gonna tell you. This is no pitch. This Jack in the Box in Elk Grove. Look at that. Does that not look like a commercial? Homeboy, same guy that I remember when I probably wasn't so legal, just a few years ago. I got to show you this. Here I am, just pouring out. Am I doing a shameless plug for Jack in the Box here? I order one hot sauce, one ketchup. He gives me one hot sauce, one ketchup, because he understands it. Okay, the guy understands it. If I wasn't so poor, I'd probably be seeming like some one bite pizza reviews. Am I wrong? Too much hubris? Yeah. Or, dude, this is amazing. This is California. This is Cali. This is Cali. This is Cali right here. Oh, I gotta tell you, I'm not embellishing, but that is the best. I'm looking up here at the top. 1564. Some things in Cali are the Cali dream. I'm telling you this. You know it's true. We all like to hate on it. You know how many knuckleheads live here paying the dividends? I'm eating perfect food. Like, any immigrants, any migrants that are watching this, come on to California. Let's just get this shit over with. He says East Coast asshole. I'm cool with it. What's good there? I had Famous Ray's way back in the day. Stand-up pizza. I had Original Ray's. I was there back in the days, in the 1980s. I had a picture where you're looking up at me and both World Trade Centers are behind me. This is too decadent for me. This is far too good for me. I'm actually tasting this and going, for $15.64, this is the most gourmet thing I've ever had. And here it is, 11:30 at night on a Monday. Everybody's top form. Yeah. Oak Grove. Got to shout it out to you. This is shit. What did we have earlier? Yeah. So the luxury lounges, they serve alcohol. So I show up, not in the car, not in the theater, and definitely not on the way. I got some Manhattans and I believe Long Island iced teas on sale at CVS. And I think we have a look like a security person, but it's actually somebody who's just vacuuming. People are cool here, you know. We all feel the same way. We're all overworked. I'm hitting a lot of bonuses this week, and I really am not drunk. I am really, like, I've been resting for hours here. I'm 100% legal, just 100% tired. And this is, gotta say, it's like, this is epic, right? Is this not epic? That is a smash burger. There's something very exciting when I have such a good flavor in my mouth. I remember most recently going through something very similar experience up at Round Carl's Jr., possibly in the Roseville area, where I was sleeping in the Tesla for the first time a few years ago, putting it on, I don't even know if I understood campfire mode at that time, hankering for a late night treat, venturing over that way, probably getting something very similar to this. But this, like, honestly, Jack in the Box has stepped up considerably. Yeah, let me just get that a little bit, okay? What do you fucking think of that? Do you know how juicy and awesome that is? It's like half the burger left. I've already devoured it. Look at that. I'm no one special. These fries, these are golden and perfect. Do you understand that? I haven't even sipped on this Coke. I guarantee it's going to be crispy. Yeah, it's crackling up in my nostrils. Yeah, this is a late night heaven. Got the bacon. Wow. I gotta tell you, golden fries. Golden fries. Golden fries. They taste every bit as good as they look. Hey. And I gotta say, this is art. This is art mimics life. Life mimics art. Because my son ran into the liquor store over there a few days ago, got me some Long Island iced teas that we took into the theater. Amazing. Gave the kid that's a homeless guy around here $3. Do you understand the strange dichotomy of making close to $350 today? I'm homeless. I'm living over here. Tesla supercharger here. Tesla over here. Everyone's identity is revealed. Mm-hmm. Everyone in public is filmed in public. That is fucking good. You see the white Tesla just paused there, staring. On a live stream. People that like to get filmed. People that love to get filmed on live stream. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's really nothing anybody can do about anything. I'm very impressed. And really, most of you might really trip out that you can make $300+ a day and be poor in California. Yeah. But like these golden fries and that hamburger, they're like every bit of a Cali dream. You will not taste that anywhere else from Jack in the Box. I remember a short stint at trucking, I did add hot sauce, one hot sauce and one ketchup, but I didn't end up eating it. I'm slurring like I'm drunk, but I'm not. Yeah, we rested. We rested before we ventured off to go eat. Drank hours ago, but it's just still not cognizant. And I don't know, really feeling simplistic, enjoying the moment, the simplistic moment. And I got to say, I'm left with the overall feeling of, I think it was the bike rider that I just saw. And I walked out, not because I didn't like it, just because I felt inspired to leave. Was that movie, The Bike Rider, that was really about a motorcyclist, the guy who rode a bike, found himself on the bike. And the more sense that shit makes is just to get out there, do it. When I say do it, you know, it's the idea of riding a motorcycle, of doing something that requires a coordinated effort, speed, agility, quickness, mechanical aptitude. But as long as you are moving, you're legal, man. As long as you're moving, you're legal. So as soon as you stop moving and you start to voyeurize and you start to become suspect, like, what are you doing here? Like, there are crimes being committed within a 5-mile radius all over the place. And when you are stopped for questioning, you can be stopped for questioning. What crime am I suspected of committing? They could fill in a myriad of different crimes, you know what I mean? But what I'm going to do is come back later. No one ever watches or witnesses anything for any extended period of time. You have to be able to feel out a certain area. So this is an interesting area. This is Highway 99 South in the Elk Grove area heading up to Sacramento. I feel like I'm still slurring in my talk, but I am awake. I think I'm just tired from the week. And yeah, tomorrow we'll be hitting another bonus of 350 for the day, just with very minimal hours. And then by Wednesday, we'll be hitting a Prop 22. That'll pay us another $200 or $300. So it's a really good week. And I don't know. I've been keeping this up. What drink is that? The drink that I had a Manhattan, a large bottle, full bottle, a few hours ago. And then had also the why am I drawing a blank? Just tired. A Long Island iced tea, like a whole bottle of that, and I'm just relaxing. Um, I bought a whole bottle of that, but I haven't not opened it or drank it. It was just one bottle, 350 milliliters. I'm a lightweight, very high quality. And again, I am very sober, and I would test sober, but I am slurring my speech for some reason. I think it's just from being overworked. I had a super long day. And I'm a little cold because I think part of what's slurring my speech is that we went into a dark movie theater about an hour prior to the movie, and I got so tired that I'm like in this certain state of mind where I'm just extremely tired. But the movie itself was excellent. Um, I feel like the movies that I've been watching are excellent in a very different way. They're not, I'm not going to say that they're not cinematic marvels in the sense of the young filmmakers are hitting on every point. You know, they're hitting the cinematography, they're hitting the lighting, they're getting the boom right. Everything's right on. And then, you know, masterful playwrights are depicting quite well and directing toward the directors and the producers the information of what the production is all about. And with the bike rider, that's extremely evident. And I felt the same way about The Exorcism with Russell Crowe. I think Russell Crowe's an amazing actor. I saw that last night, and I've seen just about every movie that's out right now, and I'm vying to see Romulus, and then the other movie that I'm really excited about. There's BJ's Brew House. I'm actually gonna do a video of my son and I having some beers and legally driving at least an hour and a half after consuming those beers, one beer each, and just showing how you can live the life. You can work hard, you can live simple, and you can express yourself in very intellectual ways and in ways where you're seeing things very deeply and esoterically, but that you can let go of that and enjoy your life, you know, and still make great money and, you know, like I said, live a quality life. Um, you really need to be careful though, and I would never want to like impress upon young people or anyone. You know, there's like 3 cops over there. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not even like trying to drive like I pass. I pass. I'm a boring old guy with a with an iron core liver, and I don't know. I think there's a beautiful moon over here. I don't know if you can see that. I used 2 phones. I used the iPhone Pro, and then I've got the Samsung S24, and I always feel like I need to break out that S24 when I see a beautiful moon like that. But then, the cameras on the iPhone Pro, they really work in a very secondary and professional way. I'm doing a live stream, so I'm not using it for all intents and purposes. It's the height of its technological prowess, but it does seem like the S24 delivers a better picture. I really feel like um, having a late night coffee right now. It's a little cathartic. Like I've been working my ass off. I've been working full time the past couple weeks, and I'm feeling like, okay. Typically, what I do is I'll take a trip down to the Monterey Bay area, where even still the hotel rates are very cheap for the year through the week. You can stay down in paradise, literally. I mean, if you've ever toured around Pacific Grove, Asilomar, and I could essentially leave right now, and that's this job, this lifestyle. It just gives me the ability to leave a specific area and travel a couple hundred miles south and suddenly um, be able to finish everything that I'm doing up here and still have a $300 day tomorrow. I think freedom is what America is all about. And I think if there's any sort of patriotism that anyone experiences from any walk of life that ends up here, I know Eastern Indians, very good businessmen, been here for years, some freshly arrived to the U.S. I think conservatives just show too much hate toward anybody, and kind of say, oh, migrants and immigrants built this country, but begrudgingly they say this. And when I'm meeting these folks, Africans, Eastern Indians, many people from different Asian walks of life, um, I'm feeling like, man, don't become a cop, please. Mexicans, like, look, don't fall into the democratic capitalistic nightmare, my man. People that I meet where I'm just like mano y mano, copacetically understanding where they have this drive, they wanna make good money. Don't become a used car salesman. Don't become a cop. Be more conscientious, okay? And ultimately, don't become a capitalistic business owner. Get yourself fit, man. Get yourself fit. Focus on fitness, and collectively try to do something that really employs principles. That really allows you to be the pure son. Even if you're a daughter, be a pure son. All that means is exercising those principles throughout a protocol, right? So we're kind of headed down toward a casino right now. This is that road toward the casino. That's the highway. Yeah, I mean, even right now at 11:52 on a Monday in Sacramento, Elk Grove area, yeah, it's not saturated. There's a big populace. There's a lot of people living in this area, but still, everybody's so overworked. Everybody is so on the pattern, so to speak. You know, going through a certain protocol that they aren't breaking free from the norm. You're not seeing a lot of people out here. That would be kind of going the direction that they're going in is like the Stockton, Modesto area. Uh, go down about 70 miles, 50 to 70 miles. They're reaching that area. A lot of farmland. Um, unfortunately, a lot of housing where special needs people are undergoing treatment, pharmacological treatment, which is really what's happening. And people are hired to be caretakers. They're not caretakers, they're just divvying out a random dose of pharmacological medicines from risperidol to Seroquel, And this is the Indian River Casino, the Sky River Casino. Sky River. Big revenues to the area. Rape, pillage, massacre, and then leave a few families a massive bounty, massive boon, right? Those Indian casinos, a travesty. Definitely something that would occur today, if there were deals made that hadn't been made prior to. I feel like I might need to move on. That I've worn out my welcome at my current spot. And since I can, I may actually drive down to the Monterey Bay area and spend a couple days down there. I like to go down there and drive around the water. The Asilomar area is amazing. There are several, again, very cheap hotels down in that area that are very high quality, that allow one to really experience the Monterey Peninsula on a shoestring, you know. Plus, I kind of feel like I want to clean this vehicle up before I let anybody back in it. After a week, when you're like crashing out in a Tesla and you're just the thing starts to stink. It's a natural thing, when you're putting it on campfire mode, you're driving around full time. It's just something that happens. So I'm really excited about getting back into training. It's been like a month since I've been in the gym. We're taking my son into the gym. I think we're going to have to get back in there, start training again. And I really wanted to depict and show my daily, lifestyle with him, trying to get him in shape, doing orthomolecular amino acid therapy, everything from GABA to taurine, and how that's affecting him. But at this point, I'm just needing some sort of cathartic momentum change at this point. Some sort of metanoia. So I'm going to be logging off here, but look out for some awesome things, because I am trying to capture more sky anomalies, and I'm starting to realize that I have more as far as a sort of consciousness where I'm looking at the sky and a manifestation of what I'm absorbing and what I'm witnessing. And interplay is what I'm becoming more aware of. I'm not going to say it's some CE5 shit, but I really do believe that
it really matters what you think you're looking up at in relation to cloud formations and any sort of anomalies that have to do with an interplay of consciousness on a sort of quantum scale. So when you're aware of this, manifestations can be quite interesting. So I took some pictures today and I found it very interesting, but we may need to take off for right now and keep a conscientious eye out to where when we're just crashing out here tonight, we might want to just head down south. We don't want to overstay our welcome. We don't want to be overly conscientious about what we're witnessing or what we're watching. But there are certain elements around the area. This poor guy is like looking through the garbage. Yeah, I mean, it's real life, right? Real life. What you do when you're feeling tired and you're kind of out of energy. Beautiful moon, huge moon, almost like a harvest size moon, right? Made massive, right? Massive. Got the massive moon. A lot of the same people just cruising around. This is kind of a frontage road. So we're cruising north from the casino area. Again, I'm very tempted to cruise down to the Monterey Bay area, even though it's a couple hours away, and do some driving around the South Bay, clean the car up, do a little laundry, and just sort of exercise my position, my ability to be able to change up areas and go to a different sort of area. Which the Central Coast and Northern California are completely different. It's nice to do that change up. It's been a while for me. I haven't worked full time doing rideshare in a while. I'm just kind of like, okay, I feel like I need a change, man. This is beginning to feel redundant, you know. But at the same time, it gives you the opportunity, you know, Prop 22, all the bonuses that are involved, really give you the opportunity to go elsewhere, you know, to travel abroad, to even I could go down to Southern California, which is a stark contrast to Northern California or Central California. You know, they're very much different. So this head's been like following along. Probably just a Walmart employee over here. Whatever happens in public is public knowledge. Whatever's going on in public is public knowledge. That's something that the police aren't comfortable with. But I was about to bust out came real close, and I did half of one. which was a First Amendment audit, man. I was like being looked at, scowled at by these police officers in the Citrus Heights area the other day. And I'm like, you need to be smiling, man. Your bills are getting paid by me, by, by the taxpayers. You're a public servant. You have no right to scowl at me. What are you looking at me like that for? He even turned around and it was like, oh man, you were messing with the wrong person. I'll get your name, badge number, call a Freedom of Information Act on your ass right now. Have your supervisor out here. I am ready, you know. And trust me that when you bust out the First Amendment audits, it works. And if it doesn't work, it's still working because you got yourself a lawsuit. So understand that that camera has to be running. And I was just about to cancel this ride. This girl that I was giving a ride to, she's like, oh, I like you. You are tearing these motherfuckers up. Please don't continue on. I was like, I could flip these motherfuckers off right now. I go, I know the Constitution. I know my rights. I know the rights that I have, and you need to know your rights, you know. And she was telling me that she's like, oh no, I'm black, and the people around my area, oh no, they can't get it. I'm like, oh yeah, you seen Sean on First Amendment or on Long Island audits? I'm like, you need to watch him. He's not black, but he's Cuban, and he sends out a clear signal, a schooling signal for black and brown community so that they can uphold their rights and understand that they have constitutional power. You know, you have a lot of power. A couple years ago on video, um, I was talking about how I had just dismissed the sheriffs behind me. I said, you are a public servant. You are dismissed. You are not needed in this area. And it was a beautiful thing because it's like they really are dismissible. They really cannot prod into legally what you're doing. They can't question you. There has to be probable cause. They have to have a reason for that questioning. And even more so, you might be a journalist who's catching the events of what's really going on. If they're questioning you for a legitimate purpose, you are now part of the press instantly. We're all part of the press. In fact, one would even kind of look at and assume that the public is the press. If you really read into the bylines of how it is described constitutionally, legal search and seizure, yeah, they can't search you. You know, your right to carry a firearm. You know, we are being suppressed, and we are selling out our own rights. Definitely in California, but not in areas like Texas where they say there's an insurgence, but all the insurgents means is that they are demanding their rights constitutionally, and that their rights are not going to be trampled upon. And I think a lot of people would have assumed that when the Constitution was trampled upon, an insurgence would occur right away, but it's been happening for quite a while. It's happening every day in California. Like there's enough probable cause to uphold the Constitution and constitutional rights to the point where there would be an insurgence right now, right this second. Yeah. We have the right to carry. We have the right to defend ourselves. And even more so, the very scary and cryptic aspect to the Constitution is we have the right to raise up a militia to fight this corporate militia that is siphoning off corporate neo-feudalistic money into the feudalistic. So essentially what El Salvador realized was that we, America, are printing off debt notes that are based on treasury bonds or treasury notes. and that the only ones buying the treasury bonds is the Fed U.S. Really, your Prescott Bush, um, George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr. triad of the trilateral commission, quite literally. There's CIA bucks other than petrodollars, other than tradable, what you would assume is tradable commodity, which is planned obsolescence at its finest. You can't produce anything. That's a particular interest to California. That's something Elon Musk caught onto, is that if he were to continue, quote unquote, producing through his production factory exclusively through Fremont, California, he would only be able to produce faulty equipment. He had to move to Texas to be able to produce the accuracy of high quality Tesla Model 3s on display like I'm driving here. Too many corners needed to be cut, and there had to be too many payoffs. In other words, too much employment with inept companies that were already on the take. We don't need to mention names, but we do need to understand what's really going on, you know. And the Cybertruck right behind it, and whether or not that Cybertruck is put together properly, those Cybertrucks are going to be pulling loads that are about 1/5 the size of your typical semi-load. And it's going to be much like Uber, much like Lyft, where contractors are going to be pulling 1/5 the size of your typical, 1/3 to 1/5 the size of your typical payload of a semi big rig. And there'll be more dispatch stations. That's something that'll be happening within the next 16 to 18 months. It has to. It's a ramification of a dwindling supply chain and the adherence toward an entire new supply chain effort, which is we the people. It's the power of the people. So you're going to have to be working 60 hours a week. And that's what I resigned to with what I'm doing right now. And as that goes into heavier layers of dispatch, which really points at these Amazon lockers and more propensity toward further saturation into metropolitan areas and other, suburban areas that will harbor these lockers and treat the lockers more as dispatch stations in areas that are very obscure. Like I'm about to pass a 7-Eleven up here that has an Amazon locker. I'm going to pass through that right now. So here's a random 7-Eleven. I've given this guy a ride, owned by Eastern Indians, but there is an Amazon locker. Order at Amazon, pick up here. And basically what you'll have is you have like a back area to the 7-Eleven. So you're going to have like dispatch stations, right, that are in back of these things, where much like Jeff Bezos investigating the rooftop drone delivery system and investing in that, like he owns rooftop space that he's paid prime dollars for, just for the future. Even if there's no longer a rooftop there, he owns that rooftop. He's just as much of a mastermind. He's just thinking further into the future. So when you think that Elon Musk really is the shit right now, you got no idea how deep Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos really are. They're looking into the future of the 10, 20, 30 years from now. They don't seem so prevalent now, but when you see them with gray hair and wrinkles, and you start to see that sort of Habsburg lip pop out with Zuckerberg, you're going to start realizing what the fuck he was in the beginning. And as Jeff Bezos starts to look like fucking Quasimodo and shit, gain another 50 pounds, get more eccentric, yeah, it'll start making a lot more sense when he starts looking at like a fucking apocalypse now. It's going beyond, man. It's going beyond. But look at that ominous sky and the clouds. That's pretty ominous. That's pretty ominous. Well, we're gonna go crash out. Yeah. What's happening? Just worked today. I guess what I try to express is not only just the moment and how I see it. We're over near Kaiser Hospital. But it is a phenomenon of consciousness, will, and the mind of what I'm observing. And I always think I'm going to catch something so weird, you know? Maybe I am the weird thing that I'm capturing. I don't know. But, I've always got my cameras ready to go. I'm always expecting to see something really out of the ordinary. I saw a few years ago, I saw a cloaked ship. Many years prior to that, back in the early 90s, I saw orbs, black orbs. I'm more amazed that I don't see things that are bizarre when I feel like the experience that I'm going through, the human experience, if you will, is a very bizarre anomaly, is a very bizarre occurrence. But that was the first fast food that I have eaten in a fuck of a long time, just like gluttonously late night, and that was one of the best fast food meals that I've ever had in my entire life. Like, from Jack in the Box, the fries were crispy, the bacon was juicy, the double burger felt like a triple dipple ripple. It felt like a triple stack. The bun was nice and fluffy, and fresh. The Coke, I mean, I the first sip I had, even 15 minutes after ordering, was crisp and tickled the back of my throat. It is even sweet, but not too sweet with the last sip that I just took now. And the ice is still nice and cold. $15 for the double smash, at combo, medium size, at Jack in the Box in the Elk Grove area, and I'm actually absolutely blown away by the quality of the meal that I had. I'm still tripping out. Even just there was just the finest, and that's another place is Dunkin' over here that I'm like looking at the menu. I couldn't quite get myself to ordering Dunkin'. I don't know why. I was overlooking the menu. I saw a lot of different coffee items, a lot of prefabricated like macchiatos, lattes, things like that seemed to have a price tag of about $5.50 in California, right around that area. And I was thinking, well, why don't I just go back to Starbucks? It's like, for a grande size, 3-shot drink, I'm paying $4.45 or whatnot. Well, why not just go back there? And I think the deciphering factor is if you want to get a sweeter drink, if you want to get a drink that's kind of in between going to 7-Eleven and going to Starbucks. You have the quality, but then you have the sugar. That's kind of how I see the whole Dunkin' experience. And then you got the donuts there also, and that's what I've been eyeballing. Been kind of eyeballing the menu. I'll even drive through and go, I don't quite want to order yet, but I'm getting there. And I've driven through the drive-through twice and then opted not to order the actual food, but politely let them know I'm just looking at the menu. I'm trying on the experience of going through and ordering from you. It's kind of a foreign experience, you know. They have some odd things on the menu, you know. But I think when I can get comfortable ordering the coffee, ordering the donuts, and you know, for the odd times that I go through there. But lately, what we've been doing is ordering the chocolate chip cookies from Starbucks. Um, you know, getting high-end coffee drinks, and also going through Panera and ordering their cookies and coffee. And I'll tell you, the experience has been amazing. So kind of what I'm doing is I'm trying to get that gold standard of fast food down and, you know, get it by rote, feel it like, okay, this is what the cookies taste like all the time. The other day, I tried the cookies from Panera that were covered with like the M&Ms. I tried the oatmeal raisin cookies. Got a couple of those. They were very chewy. Almost had like a fruitcake flavor to them. Very, very holiday-esque sort of flavor. And I'm dying to try out the chocolate chip cookies from there, and slowly work in the Dunkin' and say, you know, is the Dunkin' experience worth it? You got a little bit more of the fluffy donut flavor and the sweeter, frilly high-end drinks, coffee drinks. Let's give Dunkin' a try, you know. So I'll probably be trying to get that on film, just my experience with Dunkin', because I do love, when I'm eating the carbs, I love the carbs. When I'm doing just carnivore for long periods of time, doing cardio, I love it, you know. So the one thing that I haven't been able to show that I was planning on showing was my gym time, you know, putting on the Insta 360 that I bought, throwing that magnet on there and getting in there and just showing some of the sessions. But I'll tell you, the carbohydrates have really added some muscle on. I haven't been training, but my muscles are growing and I'm ready to freaking get in there and start throwing some weight around. Got to remember that I trained hardcore for many, many years. So my body responds even when I'm not training at all. I go back in the gym and I'm able to pick up those 70, 80, maybe even 90-pound dumbbells, doing some curls, 225, even at a weight of 155 pounds, not a huge amount of effort for me. Um, you know, stacking on the hammer curls and stuff. So I plan on showing the show and trying to maybe get back up to a 350 bench and getting the arms a little more bulky at 55 years old. Just showing where the calories go, how the muscle grows, and how to parlay some fun, California eating, family fun into training and training my son and getting stronger and feeling better all around. So we're gonna call it quits. Random video. Elk Grove area, crashing out on campfire mode. About to hit a $350 day tomorrow, including our bonuses, and another $350 day the day after with our Prop 22 earnings. And it's a good week, and we're going to try to keep the momentum up and do 50, 60 hour weeks this week and show that we can get in the gym and do our training on top of that. Got to be resilient, must respond to the times. That's one of the theaters that we watch our movies at. I think that's where we were today, actually. No, we were over at the Regal. That's Cinemark. Hanoi, very good restaurant. Had the sandwiches, had the mixed fried rice, bobas. Very good, fresh spot. And hope to be coming to you in Central and maybe even Southern California, showing the show, showing the muscle, showing summertime, and showing how you can work your ass off have a family, and still have time for training. All right. Peace be with you.